Alright, let's try this one more time. Obviously, okay, this is called the Ultimate Hunting Ground Speedrun Challenge. There are a lot of things entailed into completing this challenge. It is a very difficult challenge. All the restrictions will be on the right. I actually started recording this a minute ago. I had to clear up something with Sasha, though, first, that I ran into when I did the test run of this, to, you know, make sure none of our requirements were impossible to meet, or if some of our requirements were maybe too easy to meet. And so far, one of the requirements is actually doesn't really matter quite as much as the rest of them. The first requirement actually is a restriction on costume. Yeah, on costume. You have to wear a certain costume for the challenge. And the costume is Texas Cowgirl, which I think is the worst costume in this game. Like, look-wise, it's a very good costume, but, I mean, just gameplay-wise, it's terrible. The gun is horrible to use, and all sorts of things like that. You have restrictions on costumes. You have restrictions on the number of items you can pick up. You have all sorts of restrictions. I'll go ahead and just name them all. Texas Cowgirl, German Shepard, Hewie. That's the combination. It's got to be as I said in my hard mode run, I said this has got to be the worst combination in costumes ever. And yet here we are trying to speed run with them. You're also not allowed. This is the irrelevant one that I forgot to mention is irrelevant to Sasha. The no death is really just irrelevant because if you fail the challenge, you just reset and go to your last save, which you do anyway if you die. It's just real hassle. I didn't want to make people replay the game if they died like on the last boss. But pretty much basically what the challenge, the rest of it is no Alchemist, Inquisiter, Philisopher earrings. That's all the panic-reducing earrings. So we just basically said nope, no panic-reducing for you. And you have to get ending B, which means the first boss fight's going to be a little bit longer than usual. You have to get the track star. That's why it's a speedrun. It's track star, not speed walker. You're getting track star, so meaning under 3 hours. Now this is where Sasha and I are going to split paths. I don't think that this other one's going to waste too much time, but I know you can get this other one by a comment that Hewie makes, because oh dang it, I forgot to do my speedrun thing, and let's just hope he does the right way. I'm gonna get E level for my dog, but get ending B. I'm gonna do that. And Sasha's gonna try for C. I tried for my first run and it just didn't happen. You can't panic either. If you panic, you have to reset from your last save. You can't, you have to have 0% of items. And I did this, so I know it's possible. I did the whole thing. So I know that 0% of items is possible. Basically, you can pick up items that stalkers leave. You can make plate keys for items, and you can pick up key items, obviously. But every other item, leave it, or you will fail. Obviously, you can't get any critical QE injuries because it's hard mode. Obviously, by the costumes, it's hard mode. There's no option there on this particular challenge. It's hard mode. On this one, you have to get 4 enemy kills. Yeah, 4. That's gonna be, you know, a toughie for some of you, but, I mean, I had 6 when I did this. Oh, dang it. I forgot about that scene. Okay, now I have to make all my plate keys for all the equipment / anything else I need out of this. Okay. Morgan. Okay. So I'll try and give you a couple of tips on this. There's not really much I can do because a lot of it I got to see how difficult this challenge is going to be myself, and trust me, it's a doozy. Especially, you know, because the original challenge was 8%, under 8% of items, and I was like, well, let's see if I can get the lowest percent of items possible, because I remembered somebody asked me to do that at one point on this particular game, so I'd done it. I got 0% on my last run of it. I'm not going to even bother splitting it up. I'll probably end up deleting it. And there we go. That's all the plate keys. No, that's all the plate keys. It's just one of the things of speedrunning this game is making it hard. I wanted to make it hard to speedrun this game, and I have. Well, me and Sasha have successfully come up with a formula that makes it very difficult. It's amazingly difficult. I mean, it took me 2.5 hours, and my time was an hour under that. It was crazy. Good lord. I'm gonna try and actually not do the no deaths. I don't, without failing the challenge, quote unquote, and having to restart from my last save, which doesn't matter on deaths. But if you can go no deaths, you basically mastered the challenge. But I mean, there are certain things you have to remember, like where enemy placements are, where you get placed after certain cutscenes. I mean, it's little things that help speed you up, like this first time I examined the doll again, which wasted more time. And I always forget to use the garden key because I'll examine the door. It's just, this is something I'm doing, for fun, and also because I want to show that I'm not that bad at this game. I'm actually getting pretty good at it. And so she gets moved away from the door, so now you got a luminescent chasing you, which actually doesn't matter. I found that out that I was wasting time by shutting the door in my last run. Oh yeah, I'm using a new mic setup because my headset for some reason isn't working well as it used to, and I've got this mic in and it's working perfectly, so I'm doing it this way, and it's basically your standard microphone, literally, and it's wrapped around my neck with a string tied around it like a necklace, because, yeah, this, oh my god, Lumi. Alright, I backstep because it's easier. Trust me, that gun is horrendous. Hate the gun. That's why I chose this costume, because I hate the gun. It's so hard to control. Okay, come on, get up the stairs. You'll get a full stamina recovery in a minute, Fiona. And you've got 3 cutscenes to skip. I haven't quite mastered the skipping of the cutscenes. But in your typical speedrun, I really wouldn't suggest slamming doors, because that just really attracts stalker. And now we get Hewie, who we have to put in the German Shepard costume, which isn't typical in hard mode. In hard mode, you put him in what I like to call his safe costume, which is the stuffed toy one, because he's invincible. And the thing about German Shepard is, it's the hardest one to control. So it's obviously going to be a hindrance, because you need as much control as possible in this area of the game. That's the, you use Hewie so much in the game that you have to have some control of some sort. Go. That's right. So now we have to wait for him to walk out the door. Oh, he ran out. Normally he walks out, actually. But yeah, you have to defeat 4 enemies, which I don't know how I defeated 6. Yes, warning in hard mode, if your dog dies, you fail. Hewie, German Shepherd, go. Let's go.
Hewie. Good boy. boy. Come on. Good boy.
I'm doing some training.
Hewie. Good boy. Hewie. Good boy. Hewie. Good boy. Sit. Hewie.
Good boy.
Good boy.
For now, I'm going to build up a strong friendship
Hewie.
and basically train him as well as possible. I don't know,
Go, Hewie.